Tate McRae and the Kid LAROI, I Know Love, let's talk about it.
Flex your business with an American Express Business Gold Card. You'll earn 4 times membership rewards points on your top 2 eligible spending categories, like transit and electronics, each month, on up to $150K in combined purchases per year. Plus, you can now earn 3 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels booked on AmexTravel.com. Terms and points cap apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-gold. Amex Business Gold, built for business by American Express.
How y'all doing? Welcome to Let's Talk About It. Music Reviews Season 11. How y'all doing? Welcome to the show. Guys, we got a good show for you today. Very excited to be talking about this. We got two. We got two. Probably some of the best, new generation talent that we got. We got Tate McRae, who's only going to continue, in my opinion, to get better and to keep refining the pop sound. Then we also got Kid LAROI, which goes, we know the history of Kid LAROI. We've been covering the Kid LAROI since the Juice WRLD days. I mean, holy shit. It's been that long. Now, this is like getting towards the midpoint of the album as we get to So Close to What, as you keep listening to the album. And I'm really enjoying the album. I'm not going to spoil my thoughts because, guys, Wednesday, I'm thinking, Wednesday. I'm thinking, Thursday we do a 2-episode thing, and I'm thinking an album review on Thursday. That's what I'm thinking. Or Wednesday. Album review on Wednesday. I still don't know yet. I'm going to still think about it. But I don't want to spoil any of my thoughts how I feel about the album. But let's talk about this song because I have to spoil my thoughts about this song. Tate McRae, the Kid LAROI, I Know Love. But guys, let's just get to talking about this song. I wrote a review for this. Let's just dive in. Let's talk about the beat. As I keep listening to this album, I feel like the instrumentals, these beats just get so better. These beats are just getting better as I keep listening to them. The production is just getting more fun to listen to. And, when we're listening to this song, guys, one of the things that I really, really enjoy about this, about this beat is that, let's just highlight, I just want to highlight, before we even start talking about this song, I just want to highlight something. I really think the background vocals on this instrumental alone just helps this song out. Just give
love, exciting and new. Hello, Hannah Waddingham here. Have you seen the fabulous new Sun Princess? World-class entertainment, exceptional dining, and the greatest pizza ever. It's a love.
Don't miss our Come Aboard sale with up to 40% off and free room upgrades. Visit princess.com or call your travel advisor to book. Princess Cruises. Terms and restrictions apply. Offer ends 2/28/25. Ships at Bermudan and British Registry.
This episode is brought to you by Coffee Mate. After watching this season of the HBO's original series, The White Lotus, this is the tropical getaway I needed. One more pina colada, please.
Hey, you're not on mute.
Oh, I thought I was in paradise. Turns out it was my Coffee Mate. Coffee Mate pina colada and Thai iced coffee flavored creamers. Inspired by the newest season of HBO's original series, The White Lotus. For the love of coffee. Try now.
This song so much more life than it needs. When you're listening to this song, guys, I'm going, oh shit, I'm really enjoying this. There's higher pitched background vocals too. There's also some deeper background vocals too that just really help out the song, just really make an enjoyable experience when you're checking it out. And guys, I was really, my first listen, I didn't catch the background vocals, but I started catching it because I started hearing the Kid LAROI doing his thing in the background. I started hearing Tate McRae doing the thing in the background, going crazy. And, when you're listening to this song, guys, I just think those background vocals just really help out this track, really bring it out. It's really good. Now, let's stop, talking about the background vocals. Let's really dig in now. Let's talk about this beat. The beat here is so great. It just starts out really nice. Those drums are kind of giving me that kind of 2010 rock / kind of pop vibe going on with the drums and how they sound, pair it up with those synths. I just think it's got that very kind of 2010 type sound here, and it's fun. It sounds good. It's great. Then we get those booming drums too. I think the drums are booming. They have a lot of depth into them. The synths too. I mean, when you're listening to this beat, guys, the synths really start pouring in as the hook comes and kicks in. And I think when you're listening to the song too, I think just really catch how you hear those synths really build up in the back, and they just really make this song have a really good vibe to it. Just brings so much out. I really like too that we get a slight switch up, and you get a slight switch up, and it lets the drums kind of chill out a little bit. It lets the drums chill, and it lets those chords really start coming out too. Those hints of background vocals, like I just mentioned, when that beat switch really starts coming in, guys, I really enjoy the sound. I'm glad that, we get those hints of those vocals on the bridge too. The production here is just so fun, and I think overall, the production absolutely hits. The production, has a lot to it. It has a little bit layers to it. And, when I'm listening to a song, guys, I really want those layers. I want this detail. I want the production, to have a lot to this or have a lot to that. I want the production to have that. I think everybody does. When you're listening to a song, you don't want to listen to a basic.
Lowe's knows that free is just better. That's why MyLowe's Rewards is free to join. As a member, you earn points towards MyLowe's money on eligible purchases, get exclusive free gifts, and earn free shipping at Silver Key status, all on top of weekly member-only deals. Don't wait. Join MyLowe's Rewards for free today and start saving more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Este episodio es presentado por Honda. Descubra la nueva Honda Passport Trail Sport todoterreno. La Passport más todoterreno que Honda haya imaginado jamás. Esta Passport cuenta con mayor altura al suelo, barras de techo en todas sus versiones y neumáticas especialmente diseñados para cualquier terreno. Además, disfruta todos tus viajes con el control de clima de 3 zonas, techo panorámico y opciones como asientos delanteros con calefacción y ventilación. Conoce más en honda.com/passport.
Mediocre, just whatever song, generic song. You want the song you like to have a lot to it, have a lot you can go back to, have a lot you can catch, have a lot, oh, I like this moment here, oh, I like this moment, You really need that. And I think the production is just really fun, and it just hits so hard. So great production. Let's move on to my next point, which is the first verse from Tate McRae. I'm going to say this. The first verse is just, man. I keep always talking about Tate McRae's flow. And, you're probably wondering, well, why are you always, highlighting this point of the flow, of, Tate McRae flowing on a pop beat? Well, I'm going to say this. Tate McRae is flowing on pop beats better than a lot of other pop singers that I've been covering on this damn show. For years, I've always said that you can go crazy like this on pop beats. When I covered pop songs back in the day, when I was, trying to cover pop songs, on my old shows, I always expressed this point that, you can bring a lot to the track with just your flow, with how you carry yourself on the beat, whether that's confidence of the vocals, that's confidence of the flow. And, I really want to express this too. You can really tell the difference between somebody like Tate McRae and, and another pop singer. You can tell the difference because Tate McRae is flowing so well on this beat. And we're getting, slight flow switch-ups. And I think that's a detail that's really missed when you're listening to these songs. I don't get these flow switches. I don't get these vocal switches. I don't get any of that shit when I'm listening to, a 2-minute TikTok pop song that's over by the second. No, let me rephrase that. It's over by the hook. When the hook is over, the song is over. But you don't get the case here. Yes, the hook on this song is one of the main parts. It's addicting. But, I really like how great the first verse really comes in. And I think it's just overall a really good experience. She gets faster with the flows, and we get these vocal switch-ups too, which just makes the song not boring to listen to. You're not getting, Taylor Swift doing the same thing for 4 minutes on a song. The hook sounds the same, is the same style. The same style is on the verse too. You're not getting that here. You're getting flow switches, and you're also getting vocal switch-ups too. That just makes this verse addicting to come back to. Now, let's move on to the hook. Guys, I'm going to say this too. The hook is great. This hook is not simple at all. The flow switches are great here. The background vocals too from the Kid LAROI, go crazy too. I like how the beat goes from more full sounding once the, instrumental really kicks in. Those drums come, swinging in. And it's just overall really great. And I think also too, this hook is so fulfilling. Because you're listening to this hook and you might think it's going to be over. You might think it's going to be over by the time, the I Know Love hook. But then it gets even better because we get a vocal switch. Mid-hook, we get a vocal switch. And this is what I'm talking about, guys.
This episode is brought to you by Nerds Gummy Clusters, the sweet treat that always elevates the vibe. With a sweet gummy surrounded with tangy, crunchy nerds, every bite of Nerds Gummy Clusters brings you a whole new world of flavor. Whether it's game night, on the way to a concert, or kicking back with your crew, unleash your senses with Nerds Gummy Clusters.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. From your morning podcast to your afternoon playlist, State Farm knows you personalize your entire day, and that's why State Farm helps you personalize your insurance with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It offers coverage options that help protect what you care about most at an affordable price just for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
So good, so good, so good.
Great brands, great prices. Everyone's got a reason to rack.
Because they have framed jeans.
Nike? Yes.
Just so many good brands.
Vince, Kurt Geiger London, Rag & Bone, and more are at Nordstrom Rack stores now. You never know what you'll find, but you know it's going to be so good. Great brands, great prices. That's why you rack.
Guys, this is what I'm always trying to tell y'all. This is good pop music right here. This is pop music you can play over and over and over again. This is pop music you could go back to because there's a moment here. That's a moment right there that you're waiting for when you replay the song. That's a moment, that little vocal switch up. Guys, when I tell you, sometimes it's that simple. It's that simple sometimes. That slight vocal switch up, that slight detail, that is sometimes all you need for a good hook. And guess what? With that vocal switch up, it makes this hook completely complete. And I would say it makes it over complete. The hooks we're getting in these days, guys, these hooks are barely 10 seconds long. This hook right here is fucking quality. Quality ass hook. I mean, holy shit. And it gets even better too because my next point is the Kid LAROI. The Kid LAROI's verse was great too. He sounds really good on the beat. I like his vocals. His vocals really mesh well with his beat. His flow and vocal switch up too just hits really good. It hits so hard, it's good. And overall, in my opinion, the Kid LAROI had a pretty fire verse. But you don't just hear the Kid LAROI had a verse. He's got to be on the bridge too. The ending bridge. Tate McRae and the Kid LAROI kind of go back and forth, which I always love. I love it when features go back and forth. It makes a feature feel like a feature, It makes the feature.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. During tax season, your personal info travels to a lot of places. Between payroll, your tax consultant, and the IRS. If your W-2 gets exposed, that's just the ticket for identity thieves. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity is stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't let identity thieves take you for a ride. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
Feel like they're a part of the whole entire song. And I like that. And honestly, I wanted a little more from the Kid LAROI because his ending bridge was so fire. His ending bridge was so fire. His flow switch up, his vocal switch up too on the bridge, that hit. That hit so fire. I kind of wish I wish he would have done a little bit more. Because it was so fire. Overall, guys, this is a really fire song. And, when I'm talking about music and I'm talking about all these details, this is why I love my job. I love covering good music. Because good music has layers to it. Good music has a lot to it. Good music is good fucking music. Alright? And this song right here, you can fucking play that shit in your car. You can play this shit, you can play this shit in the gym. You can play this walking into a bakery to get a goddamn croissant. I mean, you can play this while you're making your homemade pot pie, like your grandma's famous recipe. You could do so much. You can do so much with just little. And this is what I mean, guys. You can do so much with little. These little things, these little details. Yes, this beat's not groundbreaking. No, this beat's not like a 10 out of 10. This beat's not going to make me go, holy shit, I've never heard this in my fucking life. No, I have heard this same pop style. I've had heard this same shit. I've had heard this. But I have not heard an artist, a new pop artist, actually put in the effort, actually, put in a little bit into these songs. These little build-ups, these slight switch-ups, these slight things, you don't need to do nothing drastic with your songs to make them a little bit stand out. These things I highlighted in this review today make this song so addicting to listen to. So, this is a really fire song. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Guys, what'd y'all think about this song? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I don't know. Let me know. Guys, don't go anywhere. There's 2 episodes. The second episode should be already up, so go check that out. It's another Tate McRae review. We got to talk about more Tate McRae. I'll see y'all later. You have a good one. Bye.